Hello and welcome to the show The Loop by me, Patrick McCormack. This will be a general news show about whatever I think of to talk about and whatever is going on in the media that I take notice to and want to talk about. So people are in the loop. I'll be covering all sorts of topics like video games or the presidential election or, I don't know, coronavirus, if that's around much longer, or we are, I don't know. So, on with the show. My voice, I understand, can be very hard to understand, so if this is posted on YouTube, which it should be, please comment below and let me know if you can or cannot understand me. If I'm coming through clear enough. As far as I know, this mic is the one that's working. And it seems to pick up my voice pretty well, and it came through pretty clear. The reason that it is like that is that my voice is so messed up is because I am a stroke survivor. Back in April of 2017, I had a stroke. Right after my birthday, so happy birthday to me. It all started in August of 2014, I think. I found out I had a brain tumor, and when the doctors tried to remove it with surgery, it turned out to be vascular surgery, like they're gonna do it any other way. So, yeah, it turned out to be vascular and had blood, so as soon as they got it open, it bled into my brain and almost killed me. So, that's not really something to make you happy. And then that took away a lot of stuff, like I couldn't use my right arm and hand for a while. I could not walk for a while. I had to relearn how to do that. And I did walk pretty well. I did with a cane, but sometimes without it, I could get around. Now I'm in a wheelchair. It's been 3 years, going almost 4, or close to 4. I really just hate it. And now we have the coronavirus keeping us all inside, and I get it. It's to keep us safe. Don't be like those idiots out there who aren't wearing masks or anything and just want to get everyone killed, apparently, like Donald Trump. I'm not saying that's definitely what he wants, but it really seems like he does want everyone to die. But like telling Bill inject a cleaner into your body. And I don't care if he was just joking, he is the freaking president. And speaking of him saying stupid things, did anybody hear how at one of his rallies he did the I can't breathe thing, which was something George Floyd said when he was viciously murdered. And Trump was saying that to make fun of, I think, Joe Biden, because Biden had trouble answering a question, I think. And it's like, why did he say I can't breathe? He could have chosen literally anything else to say, and it probably would have been better. Like, he could have said, like, he's secretly been gay the whole time and married to a man. And that wouldn't be as, like, offensive as making fun of just a man that was unfortunately killed by an idiot. And, well, actually, I don't know if that was, sorry to get some message on my iPad. I don't know if that was before or after George Floyd, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was after what happened. He really doesn't say smart things. He has no clue what he is doing. So what else? There's the coronavirus. I really didn't anticipate how little there would be for me to talk about, and so I didn't really write down what I was gonna say ahead of time on my iPad or my phone. I know there was a year, I think it was 2015, that everyone said was so bad because we lost, like, all of those celebrities and they just died off, like, one by one in around 2015 or 16. I'm pretty sure it was one of those. And then at the very beginning of this year, we lost a very famous singer. Who was it? I don't know if it was David Bowie, but I know we also lost the guy that sings "You Gotta Know When to Hold 'Em, Know When to Fold 'Em, Know When to something and know when to run, know when to hold them, know when to fold. Oh yeah, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics up later. I pretty sure the song called "The Gambler," but I forgot who it was by. I recently heard about that stuff because of what's in Stephen Colbert, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. I think that guy is hilarious, and he during his monologue he usually makes fun of Trump for everything stupid he does, and you could say, oh, well, he's a Democrat, so of course he's gonna make fun of Trump. I think he makes fun of Trump because Trump just makes it so damn easy. I mean, he does stupid things left and right. He says stupid things left and right. He made fun of that poor guy who has something wrong with his arms, and he just was like flailing. Trump just flailed his arms around and went, I can't remember like the guy thing. He's so funny, but really just a jackass. And apparently, when confronted about that, Trump just tried to say, "Oh, I forgot about. I don't know about that." But you remember enough to make fun of the guy. So you just lied to a bunch of American people. And then there's the whole fact that he gets in the way of our freedom of assembly, which is in the Constitution. And he's doing that by hiring these secret police to go out and break up all these protests. I mean, he's really trying not to get reelected, it seems. Because I'm 99% sure that he's gonna lose. And then when we go on Twitter, we'll see that he's bitching about how it was a rigged election and the mail-in voting system messed it all up, and that's the only reason he didn't win. Actually, follow him on Twitter. It's pretty hilarious the things he posts. And they're really, really, really stupid. And usually the people commenting are too. A lot of them are supporters that are just probably just as racist as he is and stupid. I mean, probably those people waving like a Confederate flag for no good reason. Like, why do people support that? And then there's the big thing about how we should keep the statues in the south of the Confederacy up. When those are offending people, I mean, who cares if they're taking down? I mean, you could say like the devil stands for like going against the rules and stuff, but nobody's gonna want the majority of Americans are not going to want like an upside down cross in Times Square or something like that. I know I don't. You know, I'd never want anyone supporting the devil to be like in some great way like that. I mean, if you want to support like the Union or Abraham Lincoln, go for it. I mean, I have no problem with it, no qualms or anything. How much time am I at? Only 13 minutes. Wow, I feel like I'm talking a lot longer. If any of you know that show, Malcolm in the Middle, he has a friend in a wheelchair who has to like take a deep breath every time he's gonna say a few words. And Stevie, that was his name. And I feel like I'm a lot like that kid sometimes. Except without like the brains and the book smarts. I definitely don't have that. I actually graduated in second to last of my class. I mean, that just seems mean to me to rank us like that. I'm pretty sure the person who came after me, who was actually last, was someone that didn't graduate. But even then, it doesn't sound right. I'm not sure, I guess. I mean, I knew some stuff like in English I wasn't terrible. And in social science, I was pretty bad. Math, I was pretty bad. Social studies, I wasn't the worst at, but I certainly wasn't the best. Some people say, like, oh, high school, that's the best time of your life. And it's like, no, it's not. I'm dealing with girls. I going through puberty, all this crappy stuff. But really, that was like the easiest it's ever gonna get. If you high schoolers are watching this, it's only going to get worse and harder than you finish high school. That was hard. Then you go to college. That's even harder. I was in the lowest math class you could take. I think it was math 900 or 950. I just heard my phone. Oh yeah, it's on my back. And in that class, they wouldn't even let us use a calculator. Sorry about that. So yeah, they wouldn't even let us use a calculator, which makes no sense, because if you're at a job, no matter where you're working, they're gonna say, I want you to use a calculator. I am sure they would want you to use that. Because otherwise, what if they gonna wait like half an hour while you write out the long division? Because that would just get annoying for me to sit there and watch you try to figure out how many times 3 goes into 27. It's 9, by the way. So as you can see, I'm not completely stupid when it comes to math. But there's still a lot of the stuff I just don't know. And have so much trouble with it. I like to think that's part of the brain injury, but I'm pretty sure it's just me, because I had trouble with that stuff in high school. I mean, I remember I was one step above the mentally handicapped math, or special ed math. And I still, it was 1 quarter where I failed. I think it was my junior year. I'm not sure. But anyway, what I mean is, high school is just so much fun. Enjoy it while you're there. Really should. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but I still had so much fun with my friends. Like, when you turn 16 and get a car, you really should do it. A car just really helps. Then you have a way to get around. And when you're 16, you have the friend with their car. They can help you get around. I know I did back then. Now friends anymore. I became kind of a jerk. Very unforgiving person. I should have written more stuff to talk about. Hold on, I think I can pause it. Okay, I think I figured it out. It's pretty easy. So I'm not sure. I hope I just paused. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna hopefully figure it out. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm still learning how this works, although it's simple. It looks simple enough. It's just two buttons. I was just reading more. I unfortunately cannot give the source, but I can tell you what it says. Apparently Trump doesn't think windmills are that good, which does not make any sense, because they are good for the environment. We've seen it. They're all over the place. Nothing wrong with them. They look nice. They don't actually hurt people. I mean, yeah, they spin, but they don't like cut someone in half when they're near the ground or whatever. You can't even reach them. They're pretty high up if they're made well enough. There might be a bad one out there. I don't know. Maybe it runs on the blood of babies. I'm not sure, but maybe. I hope that's not the case. Something else I mentioned liking earlier was, video games has just popped into my head. I used to play a lot more video games. I can't now because I can't really use my left hand or arm very well. I mean, I can lift up my left arm, but the hand, there's not much I can do. Even doing what I just did was extremely difficult. I can feel the ring finger pulling down. The index is very hard to lift. The middle finger for some reason is the best. I don't know why. I mean, I did want to be able to flip people off again. So maybe that hope, or just kind of thinking about that all the time, I think it is something that helped. When I was in the hospital, the nurses knew that I wanted to be able to flip people off again, so every time I'd walk by, they'd say, "Hey Patrick, flip me off," or roll by, I guess, since I was in a wheelchair then. I wouldn't walk by them even if I wanted to. What else can I tell you? He apparently attacked Hillary Clinton, and I didn't like her anyway. I mean, I heard she sold government secrets to, I think it was Russia. And I mean, that is about as anti-American as you can get. I mean, siding with Russia, that's one of America's enemies, I would think, or they were before Trump started kissing the ass of Putin. And I heard they doing nothing that Putin doesn't like. And they just gonna side with Putin no matter what. And I feel really bad for Putin with a last name like that. Putin. But why would you attack Hillary Clinton like she's old news? She's not president. She'll never be the president. That's because there's so much dirt on her already. Part of the reason Trump won is because we knew that Hillary was crooked and didn't seem to really care about America or its people. I still think Trump would have been a better choice than her because she didn't care about anyone but herself, obviously. I mean, during the debates at the very end, there was that guy that said, I want you both to say something nice about each other. And I'll give this to Trump. He actually says something nice. But Hillary was just like, yeah, Trump really sucks. But his kids are cool, so I mean, I guess it's alright. And that isn't really saying something nice about Trump. He said something nice about his kids. I can't remember who they are. I can't remember if Ivanka is one or that the new his wife, who, by the way, is the worst first lady ever. I'll get on that in a second. Yeah, and then there's the thing he wanted to date his daughter. People said, oh, he wanted to date his daughter. I'll take a side on this too. I really don't think he did. I mean, any dad out there is gonna say his daughter is really pretty, even if especially if she's not. But this girl is actually really hot, and Trump was just like, yeah, she's very pretty. I mean, any dad is gonna say, yeah, my daughter's boyfriend is really lucky. He has a great girl with him. And Trump was basically just saying that. And some people decided to throw a bad spin on that, really bad spin. And he got really screwed. I mean, yeah, he deserves it, but still, he was just trying to say something nice about his daughter, and random people wanted to make a bigger deal out of it than it really was. Well, I was just having a sip of my soda, and I don't know if they can't get in the camera. Was shown in the camera. And you saw what flavor it was, what brand it was. Because I might yet have to deal with copyright laws or infringement, whatever it is. Oh, no, I was just thirsty. It's a good tasting drink of a soda, by the way, but I'm not gonna say what kind. I would love to eat it if I could think of one. I'm not even gonna say what the first letter is because I don't want to get in any trouble because people are very stupid about that stuff now. I mean, thanks Disney, they were kind of the ones to start it. Like, oh, you can't take Mickey Mouse, he's ours. No, let anyone use a freaking picture. It's not, as long as you're not making money on it. Who cares? And I don't know, I doubt I'll make money off this, but I can hope that will. Okay, well, it's pretty much half an hour, so I'm gonna end this. I'm your host, Patrick McCormick, And if you're still watching, thank you. If not, I understand. I do tend to ramble on. But have a good day.